John chapter 8 verse 26. I have much to say about you and much to judge. But he who sent me is true, and I declare to the world what I've heard from him. Jesus goes on and saying, I have a lot to say here. I can tell you, I can judge a lot here. But earlier he said, I judge no one. So now he's saying, you know what, I can. So as well, that words you need to see in the context of this as well. It's not that he has a lot to judge about, but his words will judge. They already explained that. So, but I mean, again, the point is, it's not so important for me to do it, right? Because the one who sent me is true. And I just declared what I heard from him. So who is going to be the one? I mean, he is the one that will judge all. Yes, Jesus in the second coming, he will judge all, right? But what he's saying here now in his first coming is that the words that the Father gave to him to give to the people, those words will judge the people while they're on this planet. Okay? It will show them that they are who they are. They are dead in their sins. That's all. Plain simple. So this is what Jesus is doing. So in that sense, the Father, although he can judge as well, right? But the Father, because of the words which is judging them, that's enough. Okay, there's lots that I can do. But verse 27, they did not understand that he had been speaking to them about the Father. So here as well, kind of in their, at that stage they did not understand. Okay, they did not understand. So they're speaking of. Now you can see they were only seeking for things to catch Jesus' words. Now here John is bringing back this idea of kind of pleading in a certain sense with them, like saying, when they asked these questions, right, they were sinners, dead in their sins. They couldn't come to Jesus. But there is salvation if they're going to believe in him. Now we know again, when I say you're going to believe in him, you only can believe in him if he gives you a spirit. So please stop thinking that you are the one who believes because it's your faith. No, faith is a gift of God. Not you accepting that gift or not accepting, like this nonsense of you opening the gift or not opening the gift. I always explained, the gift is given, or like the medicine is given to you, but you still need to do that last part of opening your throat. If you don't open your throat, then the medicine won't go in, you're going to die. Then you're saved by works, because even if it's just 0.00001% your part, that's still your work, and then you're saved by works and not by grace. So get away with that, those nonsense examples that people give. I know in Russia they love to say this, but it's nonsense. Okay. So when he's speaking here, they did not understand. So he's saying, at that stage they were asking, they did not understand. So now all of this happened, right? Okay. Now we understand. Right? Now we understand. So now, if you keep on this road, you don't have any excuse. The words will judge you. The words of the Father that the Son gave will judge you. He is not judging you. The words he gave, and those words come from Father, they are judging you. Right? To say now that you don't know that he was speaking of the Father, right? That's a lie. You can't say that. Then maybe they could say that. And even then, they knew. But and John is saying in such a way so as to open the door for this possibility of them. You didn't know, but now we know. Now you know. Verse 28. So Jesus said to them, when you have lifted up the Son of Man, then you will know that I am he, and that I do nothing on my own authority, but seek just as the Father taught me. Okay, lifted up. Chapter 3 he spoke about that. The sign that they will give when he spoke to Nicodemus, right? You'll lift up the Son of Man. And then you'll know. Then you'll know that I am he. I am he. Then you'll know it. Okay. Now they know, right? But then they will know it's going to be a slap in the face. It's like, it will just be a simple fact. It's not even believe. It's just a simple fact. And then you will know that all of this I'm doing, I'm not doing on my own authority. This is not me doing. This is not because I am. I just want to do whatever I want to do kind of idea, like how we as humans are. But I'm just speaking what the Father, right? That's why Jesus is not judging. He can judge, but that's why he's not judging, because he's just speaking the words of the Father. The words of the Father is judging them, ultimately. Okay? And that is as well what we ought to do. Just speak as the Father taught us. That's why we need to make disciples. To teach them what Jesus told, so that by teaching people what Jesus taught, then we're teaching people what the Father taught. And then we're doing it in the right way. But what the heck do we do these days, right? We are teaching our words. Look at me, how good I am, right? These are my words. I'll take a little verse there or a part of a verse there and then teach you all kind of nonsense. That's what we do. We're not teaching what Jesus said. So we're not teaching what the Father taught. Right? We're not making disciples. We have this program, basics, right? Where we're trying to get back to the basics of the Bible, to just make disciples. Jesus said, go and make disciples. When people say, can women study in your Bible school, in this program? I say, yes. Can women be pastors? I would say, no. Okay, it's not contradictory. Can 16-year-olds study? So yes. Can 15? Yes. Anyone can study. Why? Because we're supposed to make disciples of everyone, not just men after a certain age, of everyone. Right? Can they all be pastors? No. But do they need to be made discipled? Yes. They need to be taught the words of Jesus. So that by being taught the words of Jesus, you taught the words of the Father. Verse 29. And he who sent me is with me. He has not left me alone. For I always do the things that are pleasing to him. Right? So the one sending me, he's with me. He's not leaving me. Yes, there's going to be on the cross a moment, my God, why have you forsaken me? Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. Right? Those words are going to be uttered. But the Father is with him as God. The Father never left him. He said, well, I'm impossible. He's man, yes. Okay, so I'm saying, I'm not left alone. The Father is with me. So, your attacks in that sense, attack me. Like as well, I would say, I don't care if you attack me. I mean, sure it hurts. But ultimately, it doesn't bother me really. Because I need to teach the words of the Father. I need to teach the words of the Son who's teaching the words of the Father. So in that sense, teaching the word of the Father, that's more important to me. What you're going to think about me, what you're going to, all the hate you might do on the comments, yes, they're going, because I'm human, they're going to hurt. And I didn't make comments impossible for that reason. It's a time reason, simple, plain simple. I need to speak the truth, and the truth is going to hurt you, and then you will be attacked, and you're going to try and hurt me back. And that's kind of what we as humans do. It doesn't bother me. I mean, again, it says it hurts me, but ultimately I will still, because I need to speak, like Jesus. The Father is with me. I mean, the Father is with Jesus. Not because of who he, because the Father is with him, because he's speaking the words of the Father. Like the Father, ultimately, I believe, is with me, not because of who I am, right? But because he gave me a task to do, and therefore he's with me, and he won't leave me. Although I had no idea what's going to happen tomorrow if I sleep on the bridge like people here and some people here, and then if it happens, it happens, right? And that's that. It's not the end of the world, is it? It's better that than lying to people. Yeah, why? Why? Because he's doing the things that's pleasing to him. Things that are pleasing to him. That's all. Verse 30. As he was saying these things, many believed in him. So the great news, at least in this case now, is not as he was doing these signs, many believed in him, chapter 2 and other chapters, like the feeding of 5,000, but as he was saying these things. So you see that there's a difference here. They're now believing not because of the deeds, but because of the words, which is ultimately the words of the Father. Right? That is as well what John is getting into his book. Seeing is not believing, but not seeing, but believing, that is true faith.